Alright, so I just want to do this video shout out just really quick. So shout out to Quentin. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your last name. I'm pretty sure I'll butcher it. But I just want to say thank you so much, Quentin, for leaving this comment for me. I really do appreciate it. It really means a lot. And I hope you continue to watch my videos. For the rest of you that want me to shout you out, stay tuned. Continue to watch this video for your chance to win a shout out. Hey, I see you trying to click off this video. Stop that. What's up everybody, it's MasterAquatics and I'm just bringing you guys another video. So before I do anything, before I proceed, I just want to say thank you to DJ Jones. He was nice enough to let me react to some of his videos. If you guys do not know who DJ Jones is, he has a very small YouTube channel with about 1.4k subscribers. I'd really appreciate if you guys can just go over to his channel and just subscribe to his channel, because he really deserves some more subs, because he keeps his tanks at 100% at all times. I couldn't find a flaw in his tanks. He has beautiful fish. He has absolute monsters in his tanks as well. And I actually enjoyed watching his videos. He actually left a comment on one of my reaction videos. He said that he would like me to react to some of his videos. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. Again, thank you so much, DJ Jones. Let's go ahead and get on with the video. So the first video that we have here is a giant albino Arowana. So these guys are beautiful fish and I actually love these fish a lot. But if you do plan on having an Arowana, you got to be very careful, because sometimes these guys can be very skittish, because they might jump out of the aquarium. They are experienced jumpers. This has happened to a few people that have owned these fish. I should say actually many people. So sometimes people will like to lower the water level just a little bit, just so it can reduce the chance of the Arowana actually jumping out of the aquarium and getting out of the aquarium. Because the last thing you need as a fish owner is, as a fish keeper, waking up one morning and just finding your beautiful fish just lying on the ground all dried up and dead, because in the middle of the night it decided to jump out of the aquarium for whatever reason and pretty much just commit suicide. And for me, that would be absolutely devastating, because if I spent an X amount of money and my fish decided to just, jump out and kill itself because something had startled it while I was asleep, I would be very disappointed. Actually, it doesn't even really matter how much money I spent on it, but if I spent a lot of money on it, it would hurt me more. But when you take in a fish, or with me, I automatically start trying to build a connection with a fish, and depending how long I've had it, I'm gonna be very attached to the fish if it's been a while since I've kept it in my care. But back to the video. So a lot of people don't agree with feeding your fish mice and rats and stuff like that. People prefer, feeding fish, regular things like, pellets and, tilapia, maybe some bloodworms, maybe some crickets at most, and bugs. This guy, DJ Jones, he decided to feed his Arowana a frozen rat. I have actually done this before. I fed this to my largemouth bass. If you guys take a look at the video that I just made a few days ago, where I explained how I used to have a largemouth bass, you can see in that video that I fed my largemouth bass a small frozen rat, which is a rat that you can just get from Petco and PetSmart. It's funny because if I don't say that, people will think that, I just got a rat from the streets or something. But a lot of people disagree with it because they feel like it messes up the digestive system of the fish. And that might be true. I haven't researched that. I don't know anything about that. All I know is that when I fed a rat to my fish, my largemouth bass, he didn't have any issues whatsoever. He was perfectly fine. He actually ate 2 rats in a row. He ate a small one and a big one. And as you can see, this Arowana here had no problems whatsoever, just taking that thing down the hatch. That fish is a trooper. I really love this fish. DJ Jones, you take excellent care of your fish, and it definitely shows in these clips right here. I'm very proud of you, my man. And just look how clear the water is. That Arowana is just living the life right now. I don't know what else that Arowana could ask for. It has such a great owner. It has such a great tank. And I believe DJ Jones mentioned that this tank is actually 220 gallons, I believe. So it's about twice as big as my 125 gallon tank, if I'm doing the math correctly. So that tank definitely has all the space it has to offer for these beautiful fish. It's well more than enough for all of these fish to live happily and healthy. And he even has some decorations in there, which is kind of brave, with the arowana and some of the bigger fish in there, because these decorations can sometimes prove to be a safety hazard for these fish. You know, if your fish is startled and it decides to just, you know, go on a rampage and start thrashing in the aquarium, you know, more than likely it's gonna bump into something and potentially hurt itself. So I used to have decorations in my 125 gallon tank, but I decided to just leave it bare bottom, just so that, you know, my fish don't accidentally hurt themselves. So in this clip right here, we got a Jack Dempsey, we got some fake plants, we got some driftwood. Now I believe this is a different clip of a different time because there's different fish in here. So in this video, he actually mentions that he had just done a feeding for his fish tank, and now he's about to throw in a pretty decent sized crayfish in there. And you know, a lot of fish, they love crayfish, especially when they're alive. You know, a lot of big predatory fish, they cannot resist the crayfish, and unfortunately that crayfish looks like it's missing an arm. If it were to go through a molt right now though, it can actually regrow its limbs. That's actually what happened to one of my prawn shrimps. But back to the video, MasterAquatics, back to the video. Focus. So what do you guys think is gonna happen? I've actually already seen this clip right here. I really enjoyed this clip, not because, you know, it's a live feeding, but just what happens right here. Now if you've never seen this before, you're in for a surprise. This crayfish unfortunately met its maker, and one of the reasons why I don't get a red-tailed catfish is because I feel like a red-tailed catfish is just one of the most savage catfishes out there. I can't tell you how many times I've seen videos on YouTube where a red-tailed catfish has eaten other fish, sometimes half its size, sometimes twice its size. I just know they have really big mouths, and they're notorious for just swallowing things and just eating things and eating other fish in the community tank. So that's one of the reasons why I'll never get a red-tailed catfish until I have like a big pond or something, because if I were to put a red-tailed catfish in the 125 gallon tank, not only do these guys grow super fast, but you know, when you turn off that light and you go to bed, you're always gonna have that chance of your red-tailed catfish just swallowing one of your fish in there, and you're gonna wake up one morning and you're gonna notice that, and you're gonna be pretty upset with yourself, unless you're just some crazy person and you don't really care. You know, you just put your red-tailed catfish in there and you just let it eat whatever fish that you have in there, and you just go, oh, well, I'll just go get another fish. Nah, that can't be me. So I can't risk having a red-tailed catfish in my 125 gallon tank. No way, Jose. But check out that white fish right there. I have no idea what that is, because you know I'm not a master. But that catfish right there, that red-tailed catfish, he looks like he's just ready to just sit it out and just chill and just relax. His belly is full. He has a little food, baby. That crayfish has him nice and full. You can tell that red-tailed catfish is pretty happy right now. If you notice with a lot of different fish, after they get really full, they just like to sit down at the bottom and just relax and just chill and just hang out and just kind of just take in that food and just let it settle in their stomach for a few minutes, and then they're back to their normal selves. But what other food did you feed in there, DJ? I think it looks like brine shrimp. Not sure what that is, but it's all over the aquarium. But you know, this is probably the only video that I've seen from DJ where his tank looks, you know, not at 100%, where it's like it's pretty much at 90%, but still, this guy, he keeps his tank clean. The next clip that we have here is this humongous giraffe cat. I can't believe how big this giraffe cat is. I've always wanted one of these, but I just never had a chance to get one of these. Maybe I will in the future, because you know me, you know, I like to just get a bunch of different fish. but I'll definitely need the tank space for these guys. Now these guys are absolutely monsters. You know, you can just do that. You can just see the size comparison with DJ's hand there, and I believe he was just touring the fish store where he was at, where he saw these guys at. Don't forget, if you guys want to see the full videos of these, just go down in the description and just click on the links. I promise you guys will not be disappointed. Okay guys, so before I end this video, if you guys want me to shout you out in the next video, this is what you are going to have to do. So this is going to be a little bit different, but it's going to be worth it. I'm going to be shouting out 3 people this time instead of just 1. So if you want me to shout you out, what you need to do is you need to go to one of DJ's video. I'll have a link in the comment section or in the description. Just click on the first link. It's going to take you straight to DJ's video. I want you guys to subscribe to his channel, like the video, turn on notifications, and leave a comment on his video telling him that you came from my video, from my channel, MasterAquatics. I'll be going over to his video, to his channel. I'll be going through the comments, and I'll be selecting 3 people there to shout out for the next video. I know it's a lot of work, but I really appreciate DJ doing this for me, so I'm trying to do him a favor and really get his channel going, because he really deserves more viewers and recognition, because this guy, he really loves his fish and he really takes care of them. So guys, show him some love, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and peace out.